Dear colleagues, we continue our work and I give the floor to the Ministry of Defense spokesperson, Colonel Maxim Prauta. Good morning, dear colleagues. Here is information about the main events in the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine over the past week. The Minister of Defense of Ukraine, General of the Army Stepan Poltorak, has visited the place of deployment of the 59th Separate Mechanized Infantry Brigade that is currently training on the training field Cherokee Lan in Mykolaiv region. The Minister of Defense saw the conditions of accommodation of the soldiers. He also checked the state of construction works on the territory of future military town and established the time frame for the further works. According to Stepan Poltorak, creation of good conditions for soldiers is a very important task, because many of the units of the armed forces of Ukraine come back from the east of Ukraine from combat, and they are being trained after this on Cherokee Lan training field. The technical base of the training field should be improved according to the contemporary conditions and experience. According to the Ministry of Defense, the necessary technical documentation was elaborated last year, and the construction work started in the beginning of 2017. The first stage of construction will be over in the end of 2017. In the International Security and Peacekeeping Center in the National Academy of Ground Forces in Lviv continues the training according to the program of multinational training group. During the intense practical trainings, military professionals from the US, Canada, Poland, and Lithuania share their experience with Ukrainian soldiers. And in Vinnytsia, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Japan, Shigeki Sumi, has passed to the Military Medical Center of the Central Region a certificate for a contemporary medical equipment, tomograph Toshiba, and endoscope equipment Olympus. He passed the certificate, and this equipment will help to improve medical help for the wounded servicemen, and also for people from Vinnytsia who will address to the center. Shigeki Sumi noted that help with the medical equipment is one of the priority tasks for Japan in helping Ukraine, but this is just one of the aspects of cooperation between the countries. Yesterday, an international conference of professionals on internal audit started in Kyiv. This conference for staff members of the defense ministries of various countries. The aim is to discuss current challenges that the ministries of defense face over the world. The moderator is a certified auditor from the Great Britain, John Cheshire. The conference participants discussed the results of assessment conducted by independent experts in February this year, and discussed the plan of implementation of their recommendations that have been provided. According to the director of the Department of Internal Audit, Marina Barina, who also participates in this conference, over the past 2 years, the Internal Audit Service helped to save more than 1.5 billion hryvnias for the armed forces of Ukraine. And Phil Jones, special advisor from Great Britain, noted that the United Kingdom actively helps to the Ministry of Defense to develop and improve its capacity in this field, and he stressed this is very important for establishing a democratic governance and for preventing risks of corruption. A certified auditor from the Great Britain, John Cheshire, informed that the Great Britain will continue its support to Ukraine in this field. The ministry continues to pay financial remuneration to the soldiers who perform their duty in the east of Ukraine. As of today, Ukrainian soldiers received more than 153 million of financial remuneration. In particular, 144 million for direct participation in action and nearly 7.5 million for performing tasks in units. The families of fallen soldiers have received more than 1.4 billion hryvnia since the start of the conflict, and 972 million hryvnias were paid to soldiers who were wounded and became disabled. Defenders of Ukraine also receive awards for their devoted service. Since the start of the conflict, already more than 12,870 servicemen received various awards. Awards from the ministry were given to 37,900 soldiers, and 197,000 soldiers obtained status of combat participant. This is all information for today. Thank you. Thank you. The press conference is over.